Feel me like a Hellcat.
Hey guys, welcome back to Aspirant Gaming, and today this is a bit of a different one because we've got a cop to chat to in a non-witness sense. That is incredibly convenient timing. Meet Karen Highland. Technically still a deputy. Deputy Highland, thank you for coming in. If you'd like to come downstairs with us, please. Yeah, that was incredible timing. This never happens to me. Of course, people don't lock the doors. You close it afterwards, please. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is a relatively sensitive case, and we'll go into more detail shortly. Let's just say it involves surprise nookie. Yeah. Surprise horizontal tango. Not saying that word, because YouTube will love it. Okay, take a seat, Deputy Highland. Come on in.
Okay, I couldn't get my voice. There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
now
take
I
a seat,
can.
please.
Hello.
Hi there.
Okay.
Okay, so for the record, this will be recorded. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford one will be provided for you. Do you understand the rights I read them to you today?
Yep. Okay.
With those rights in mind, do you wish to
okay.
speak to us now, or do you wish to have a union representative present?
Oh, go for it now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so 110. Would you like to
Yes, sir.
open this one up? This was your initial investigation.
It's up to you, ma'am.
Go ahead. So this is our case. Okay, so it's
All right, Miss Highland.
the 6th of the
So, do you know why
of
you're
March,
here today?
technically.
Not necessarily. No, I just got called down here, so MRPD.
Okay. Do you recall any incidents occurring on the 4th of June?
That'll be it, 4th of June. Go around.
I didn't have work that day. That was sick. Yeah.
I believe you went to the Yellow
With some
Jack bar. Would
mates
that be correct?
Yeah. I was going
Okay.
to that. Yeah.
Can you account for your whereabouts the evening of that night?
Okay. So went to various places. Went down to Polito. Went to the motel there. Yeah, it was a very quiet night, to be honest. So I chilled the Yellow Jack for a while, for
Yeah.
like an hour, I'd say, down the road from my house. And we went down to the Polito, what do you call it, hotel.
And were you alone?
Nah, it's a Eric. Me and him were drunk. God, yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Johnson has, in fact, this time pressed charges of sexual assault upon you through lack of consent.
But both of us were drunk.
I understand that,
I don't
but
remember it though.
okay.
I don't
So did
remember
anyone
very
consent?
Well, I don't remember him asking me, and I don't remember asking him. That's the thing.
Okay. So Mr. Johnson filed a report with law enforcement that he was blackout drunk, and you took him from the bar to the motel in Polito Bay, where you proceeded to perform sexual acts upon him, not with his consent, and afterwards were taking photographs of the two of you in bed together. Would that be accurate?
Well, no, because we took a selfie. So he was awake for all of it. He wasn't blackout drunk. He wasn't asleep. No. We went down from the Yellow Jack down
Backing
there.
in and
He
out.
was awake. Both of us were awake. He physically walked in, and after we woke up in the morning, and this redhead woman was there, and this camouflage woman. I don't really know their names. They're just camouflage woman and redhead woman. Were they were there, and I was like, Who are you? And then she was like, I'm his ex. And I was like, okay. But then we took a selfie, but outside the thing. He was awake, I was awake. We weren't near the bed. We were outside on the porch.
Okay, so I'm going to present
He didn't.
this. This is dashcam footage from Mr. Johnson's vehicle. He claims he was not driving, and the fact is, he claims you were driving. Would that be accurate?
Yep.
Okay, and for the record, this shows the vehicle recklessly driving on a public highway, drifting into Popsteiner's parking lot, and then speeds of excess of 100 miles an hour towards Polito Bay. Is this meeting your recollection?
Again, don't remember most of it, but
But would this seem accurate?
looks
Do you
like me, I
remember
guess.
driving this way?
No, I just remember driving. That's it.
Okay, and you understood you'd had something to drink at the bar. You were drunk, like you said.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
right now I'm sort of screwed with DUI, and, you read me the rights. I fully
have.
understand that. I cocked up, but the rape charge is what I'm worried about, or sexual assault or whatever, because
Okay.
it didn't seem like that at the time. Both of us seemed like we were consenting. Like, I was up for it. He was not blackout drunk. He was not drunk. Me and him were both drunk, but, not on the floor, like, dribbling drunk, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so you realise this is a very difficult position to find yourself in because as a deputy,
Yeah.
as an officer of the law, not only have you conducted multiple traffic violations to a felony level, but we have an accusation from the member of the public that you got drunk with them, put them in their car, and then drove them to a motel room where you had non-consensual intercourse with that person.
Well, that's what's being stated by him. I'm not necessarily saying. I'm saying that me and him did have intercourse, yes, but both of us were drunk. That's the thing. And I
Okay, and I
understand that
realise
wouldn't
this is one of
necessarily
those
be an excuse,
circumstances
but thing is,
where
both of us can't
consent
remember.
must be required, and when someone is drunk, they cannot consent. Are you aware of that? That's part of your training.
I know, but I myself was drunk too, so technically none of us consented.
But you were the initiator of the act. Would that be correct?
Well, there's no CCTV inside the building to say. Well, inside the hotel room, it just shows us going in.
What are
And I
you
imagine
saying?
if they did have CCTV there. I'm not. Well, you don't.
No, I'm asking what you're saying. Are you saying it was initiated by him? Are you saying it was initiated by you? I mean, someone initiated sexual advances.
Me and him didn't kiss or anything like that on the way, and then we went inside, and and I quote, he said, "Let's just go back to Toledo Motel because that's where he's living at the moment." And I was like, "Okay, I know I shouldn't take you there, but who else is going to? Camouflage lady left." So he told me go to the
Uh-uh.
hotel place. And the thing is, I live all the way back in Harmony, and I thought I've already risked enough. It's 2 a.m., SAPTA am running. Cable car takes me up a mountain. I could get a cab, but thing is, I didn't have my wallet on me at the time as I left it at the Yellow Jack like a dumbass. And then, now this is hitting me. Like,
Um, I believe we have your statement from earlier on that a third person was in fact present at the motel room. From Mr. Johnson's statement, is that
yeah,
correct? Not you. I'm talking to the
yeah, I
detective
don't,
here.
Yes, ma'am.
So we had
I'm
the
there
lady
at
in the
the,
camouflage was also present, who you just stated was not present. Passed out drunk on the floor,
no,
I
she
believe.
was present in the morning. She was present in the morning.
So when
The
did she arrive?
camouflage woman.
You telling me she let herself into
But
the motel room?
no, they knocked on the door, I think. I just remember hearing knocking on the desk, but on the table. But that's literally, they just showed up. I don't know what, he might have texted them or something. I don't know. But, they're just these two women, I recall, red-haired woman and camouflage woman walk in. The other woman, I don't know her name. She just came down to the Yellow Jack she just came down from the Yellow Jack with us. I didn't mention that I didn't see her as a big part of the story because she just sort of laid on the floor and just
So
vibed
you
down
are
there.
saying you weren't alone. In fact, this woman was unconscious on the floor in the motel room with you. So we're getting a spotty
Asleep.
story here. Okay.
But I didn't see
So
her as a big
you
part of it.
didn't
So,
have the money for a taxi, so you chose to stay at the
well,
motel room,
I left it at home.
correct?
I left the
Okay.
wallet at home. And the thing is, when you have no wallet, you can't pay for a
I
motel room.
understand
So,
that. What I'm curious about here, though, is how you proceeded from staying over like the third female did to being in the bed with Mr. Johnson and engaging in sexual activity. Where did that come from?
very, okay. Do you know the layout of Paleto Bay Hotel?
I'm
Do you
familiar.
know where it's like just there's a little room called a bathroom there, and then where you can like lay on the do some yoga or something, and then there's just a big bed and no little small beds in all the rooms
Okay.
because good city planning. And I'm there, well, you know, she's on the floor taking up that side of the room. I can't necessarily go on the other half of the floor, so I just sort of had to go, okay, I'll go here. And then he just started, you know, being him, and I was like, okay, well, and then we all know where it goes from there.
Could you explain that for the benefit of the tape and for ourselves? Because I'm not quite sure if I know where it goes from there.
Well, he just wanted to, if you know what I mean.
How do you mean he wanted to? Could you be more clear? I mean,
I
what
don't know
was it?
how to
Was
put
it
it
his
into
eyes?
words,
Was it the
but
look on his face? Was it something he said? Was it something he did? Did you just think, why not?
I did. What? That just made me laugh. But you know, like, just so this is the situation. I was getting into pajamas, sort of thing. Well, what I had for pajamas at the time, which you know was just not just underwear, bra, that, you know. And I just sort of went, okay, well, I'm not sleeping on the floor in this random hotel room in the middle of nowhere. She's already taken up half of the
So
floor.
you shared the
I'm gonna
bed.
have to
I
go up there
understand
with
that,
you.
but when did the
Yeah,
sexual activity begin? Who started it?
but
What
I'm
was
getting to
it
that.
that started it?
So I was, as I said, I was in pajamas, and I was just standing at the end of the bed, and then he was just leant up against the back, with his legs across the bed, and I was like, and he just looked at me, looked up and down, and I was like, okay, I was like, this is, I don't know, maybe I could, get lucky or something. So he was looking up and down at me and stuff, like checking me out, and I was like, okay, what's the vibe we're going for here? Me and him were both drunk. I'm just sort of going off what I can remember. I just remember him checking me out, and I going, you know what, maybe, and yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Stay with us, and we'll be back in a moment. Detective? We need to speak about this one, I think. Where do you sit on this?
CSU just sent me a message. They got dropped off a picture from the victim.
Okay.
He received a selfie apparently after the incident of her awake and him unconscious in the bed.
Okay.
That selfie she
So
was
we have
talking
evidence
about was not
supporting
the
him
one.
unable to consent.
Yeah.
Okay. The victim's own testimony and the picture you just received from the victim, I believe, would corroborate charges in this case. Do you concur?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I mean, there's a hell of a lot more that Karen Hyland has done in the past that we haven't got proof of, including things involving narcotics, but we have no proof of that. This, however, we do appear to have proof for, and I believe a strong case should the DA wish to prosecute, which I believe they will. It's a breach of public trust. We have a confession to DUI and reckless endangerment. Yeah, I think we can proceed with charging.
All right.
Yeah, this is not a situation I've ever found myself in before. But it is what it is. Okay, Deputy Highland.
Welcome.
So, based on your own testimony and based on photographic evidence we have and witness statement, at this time you will be being charged with reckless endangerment, driving under the influence, and also rape. You will, of course, be able to fight this in court. However, you are going to be charged at this time. Department policy does state you will be terminated by the Sheriff's Office at this time. and of course you will be getting processed through the system. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so if you'd like to come with us, we're going to transfer you to one of the holding cells. Face away from me, please.
You need cuff me or anything. Oh, okay. I only got my phone, not purse. Oh,
That is... Nothing personal, but we have to follow policy, I'm afraid.
I got the
actually,
door.
no, I'd know. Okay.
I realise there would be an element of professional courtesy, but in this instance, it's not something I'm willing to breach. Okay, you said you had your phone on you? Is that it?
Yeah, phone, wallet, wallet with an ID.
Okay, thank you very much.
Got it.
You got that? Never thought I'd be charging an officer with a crime. But there you go. S14. No, that's reviewing my warrants. I don't want that. Issued arrest. S14. People doing a lot more stuff off duty these days as cops, and a lot of them are making stupid decisions. And CIU's having to do a lot more internal affairs material, which is not my personal favourite, but it is what it is. So we have reckless endangerment misdemeanor, we have driving under the influence, and we have rape, which is not something I thought I'd be charging. The influence of alcohol and CIU investigation coupled with witness testimony, victim statements, and photographic evidence shown Beauty Highland did that thing to an Rick Hudson on 06/04/2020 at the Palito Hotel. Charges are formally filed. Okay, Miss Highland, charges as previously stated were reckless endangerment misdemeanor, DUI first offence, and rape. You'll be going away for 330 days. Your employment has been terminated, and your CCW has been revoked.
Okay.
You'll be taken away now by corrections.
Okay.
I never thought I'd be in this boat before. Ever. That is not a boat I ever thought I'd find myself in. Not a cop. And not that. I can understand slight missteps, but... I mean, I'm not going to extend professional courtesy to a rapist. I'm sorry.
Didn't seem too sorry about it either, so...
No, more resigned. And... that one's had a reputation. Nice work on the scene work with that one.
Captain Bank.
Yeah, not a problem. I may have a line on Hun later, by the way, so be available.
Will do.
Yeah. Well,
Stay
folks,
safe.
you too. Not a fun one today, but the job has to be done. Thanks for watching. Bye.